Oliver, please give me a brief history of your Phi Theta Kappa experiences.
Okay, well, first of all, I didn't actually want to be in Phi Theta Kappa. I originally didn't want to be in Phi Theta Kappa because I was busy. Life is hard. And I was like, add one more thing that just sounds ridiculous. And most of the advice that I was given by the people in my life was, your life is too busy. Don't get involved in things. It just sounds ridiculous. They were right, but not completely right. Okay. I did end up getting involved in Phi Theta Kappa because I started dating an alum, actually. She's now at a university, and she was in Phi Theta Kappa, and she told me that I should get into Phi Theta Kappa because of the scholarship opportunities, which is obviously a great idea. And then I happened to meet an upstanding Phi Theta Kappa member at my school, Dorothy Mile, who she is one of these... I'm allowed to use this word, but a lot of my friends aren't. She's an infectious personality. She's one of these people that, you want to do what she says, mostly because she makes it sound fun. And she told me, get involved in Phi Theta Kappa, and I was like, and then my girlfriend's like, you should get involved in Phi Theta Kappa because of money, and I'm like, but money, and, well, anyway, I got involved in Phi Theta Kappa, and, well, I was going to just be a member who didn't do an awful lot, which would have been a smarter direction to go, really. Just, go for the scholarships, stay for the scholarships. That was my original idea. But it just so happened that the first meeting I went to, Dorothy Mile was like, who I mentioned earlier, you should be an officer. And I was like, no. And she's like, you should be an officer. And I'm like, no. And then... I went and I asked everybody that I know who knows me whether I should be an officer or not, and they were like, no, that just sounds like more stuff. You shouldn't have gotten into Phi Theta Kappa at all. And I was like, you're totally right. I shouldn't be an officer. And so then I showed up to a meeting, and it more or less happened like this, because we didn't have an awful lot of people running for officer positions that year. And she said, and I showed up to the meeting, and Dorothy Mile was like, so we have 4 officer positions and 3 candidates. Oliver, you get to be vice president of leadership. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, you're elected. And I'm like, oh, cool. So anyway, well, I didn't know quite what that meant because, it wasn't quite explained to us what exactly we were supposed to be doing, so we just sort of went with it for a while. But that's all good, because we figured it out as we went, and we were very intelligent, and it just so happened that the organization is fun. I didn't really like it, though, until I went to my first Honors Institute at DU in 2012. Yeah, because until then I didn't actually get to see what Phi Theta Kappa actually does. When I got to the Honors Institute in DU in 2012, I got to see the whole organization. Before that, my chapter was very small at the time, so we didn't see a lot of the activity. But at Honors Institute, we got to see what Phi Theta Kappa really does, which is allows the outrigger, intelligent, hard-to-fit-in personality types to meet each other and to see that they aren't, as they used to think, alone in the world. I mean, everybody in Phi Theta Kappa was someone who thought that they were alone in the world. And at Honors Institute, I got to meet all the other alone-in-the-world type personalities. Having intelligent conversations. I mean, it was just interesting to walk around the halls of the dorms where we were staying and just hear people having the kinds of conversations that I had been having for my entire life with the people that I don't know, just smart people. We would talk about stuff that you're not supposed to talk about in general, like actually what you think that you could do in order to change the world and stuff like that. Yeah, so I helped my buddy Aaron, who was our president at the time. Well, he was vice president of one thing and then got to be president afterwards. I helped him sort of form his personality in the run for an international officer position, and, through all of our experiences, we were able to meet a lot of really cool people. So my Phi Theta Kappa experience can be summed up in not wanting to be extra busy, but then having an opportunity to meet a lot of really cool people. Go with that.